Okay, so let's get into some more horror movie news and let's talk about I Know What You Did Last Summer. So, yesterday we revealed some photos, exclusive photos, courtesy of People, where we got to see Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., and we got to see the new cast of characters that are going to be a part of the I Know What You Did Last Summer requel, which is a reboot and a sequel, but they're saying it's a direct sequel. But I'm assuming that it's a sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer. Well, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, because they did say that Brandy's character Carla Wilson is canon. So speaking of Carla Wilson, apparently the director of the film, people are asking if Brandy Norwood is going to be making an appearance and reprising her role as Carla Wilson in the new I Know What You Did Last Summer film. And basically, Jennifer Caden Robinson, who's directing the film, told People, or teased People, and I'm talking about People magazine and Us People. She said, you'll have to go see the movie. So, for those of you who wonder, the movie does come out on July 18th. Now, the film, basically, the plot, I should say, of the film is when five friends inadvertently cause a direct car accident, they cover up their involvement and make a pact to keep a secret rather than face the consequences. So a year later, their past comes back to haunt them, and they're forced to confront a horrifying truth. Someone knows what they did last summer and is hell-bent on revenge. Now, when we talked about it yesterday, they did say that the film is way more brutal than the original I Know What You Did Last Summer and its sequel. And they said they also lean into the absurdness of the franchise, which I'm actually glad to hear in regards of, because yeah, when you look at I Know What You Did Last Summer, it was something that was on paper absurd, but I felt like the franchise took itself a little bit too seriously. They said it's going to be a lot of pretty gnarly kills, which I'm glad about, because I do feel like maybe it was a product of the times, that because it came out in the 90s, that they were kind of falling back a bit on the blood and the gore. It took a long time to get going, because it was all about that, the killer was stalking them, and he was kind of like in the background in the shadows, and he was taunting them and doing crazy things. Like he would cut, Helen's hair and then, botch that up because she was like a prom queen or whatever. Like she was little Miss, where they live, North Carolina. It's like, she was the star of the town, and he chopped her hair, and then, there was crabs and a dead body in Julie's trunk, which basically was the dude from, what was Johnny Galecki. When they killed him, he had them crabs and stuff all covered all over. I was like, I hope that was a fake body, because there ain't no way in hell you having me do that scene. I am not getting in the back of nobody's trunk, and you're gonna have me for real getting crabs crawling all over me. I'd rather have the STI crabs. We can clear that up versus you making me have to actually do a scene where I got to play dead. You better put my fake body back there and do that. So, when they were just doing all the taunting and then of course then when Ray says, I got a letter, and then Ryan Phillippe character is like, oh, you got a letter? Ooh. So I do love there's certain parts of that movie that is just hilarious. I'm glad that they're leaning into the absurdness of the I Know What You Did Last Summer concept. I'm really hoping that they're going to give us some really cool kills, because it's a franchise that it's to be fun, not taken too seriously. It's campy and silly, and just lean into that. She gets the tone. I don't feel like that the directors of the previous films understood the tone. I think the reason why we love the film so much is because the people that was in it sold the film and made it bigger than what it was. And we saw the potential of that. I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise could be great. It just never achieved that greatness based over the directors that were a part of both films. So, so as you of course know, that one by one they're going to be stalked by the killer and taken out, and then they find out that this is not the first time that this has happened. That there was a similar situation that happened, basically the Southport massacre of 1997, and then so they seek out Julie and Ray to find out how they survived the matter. Which we could pretty much sum that up. They basically killed Ben Willis and Will Benson. Which that was such a dumb concept regards of Will Benson, get it, Benson? Ooh. It was like, oh, you get brownie points. Somebody wants an Oscar for best original screenplay, because they were willing to come up with Will Benson, Ben Willis. Ooh, genius. You're so smart. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing this movie. I think it's also pretty clever that the director's like, well, the only way you're going to find out if Brandy's in it is you have to go to the damn movies and see it. Or hopefully people will, that's smart, because one of the things that has irritated me about Scream 7 has been all these announcements of, oh, you're bringing back Scott Foley. You're bringing back the actor, what's his damn name? Now I'm forgetting names. Now you're bringing back Stu. Now you're bringing back all these characters supposed to be dead. David Arquette's supposed to be coming back. All these announcements y'all were naming people, and it's like, well, why are y'all announcing all of this? Like, it doesn't, like, we're all skeptical. I mean, and coming up with our ideas of what we think the movie's going to be about with AI and all that other stuff. But I would have liked to have gone into Scream 7 pleasantly surprised that y'all had a couple of these cameos of people that's supposed to be dead are coming back to the franchise. Because we don't know in what capacity they're coming back, but the idea that we know that they're coming back, it just felt like to me that Spyglass is a little worried based listening to these people over there on social media trolling and bullying and all this other stuff and the death threats that they're worried about that they're not going to make the money that they want this franchise to make. We got to see a trailer. We got to know what's going on with that. Speaking of trailers, before we make a decision. Now, speaking of trailers, I was going to say, what's up with the I Know What You Did Last Summer trailer? The movie's supposed to be coming out in July. We're already in April. So, while they're showing photos and they're talking, the director's talking, and all these other people are talking, we got Jennifer Love Hewitt speaking out. Can we get a trailer soon? Because I know y'all showed some stuff at CinemaCon, and so far they started showing what they've been showing at CinemaCon. They showed us the 5-minute video of from Superman. We got to see the new Tron Ares trailer, which looks pretty good, and I'm really excited because we've got 9 Inch Nails producing the music, and we're doing the score, because if we're not getting Daft Punk, I'm here for the industrial aggressiveness of 9 Inch Nails. Because, yeah, Ares, we're about to go to war with these damn people from, that world of Tron. So I'm excited for that movie when it comes out. And I'm excited for this one, too. But I need to see a trailer. And I'm really hoping that we do get Carla Wilson to reprise her role, because we love Brandy. And hopefully it's not just going to be some bona fide cameo that she just walked by like, hey, girl, and that was her scene. So if y'all going to bring back the legacy characters, make use of them. But like we were saying yesterday, I do feel like that there is more respectful way that they're going to be using the legacy cast members versus how they treated the legacy cast members of Scream. Because I still will die on that hill with the way that y'all treated Nev Campbell, Dewey Riley, and Gail Weathers. I don't like how y'all just pretty much use them as bona fide cameos in a franchise that they have kept afloat for damn near 30 years. But y'all wanted to usher in something fresh, new, and young, which I'm here for if you want to find a way to rejudge a franchise. But don't treat the people that kept carrying the torch like a nuisance. But you want to make money and have it both ways by using them and making it seem like they threw out the movie, but they're not really, because you got it more out for your new cast members than your old ones. So I'm actually, like I said before, I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. I hope that Brandy's in it. I think this is brilliant marketing where you're saying, well, the only way you're going to find out is you got to see the movie. So I'm going to tease it rather than give you the answer. Because it's like, yeah, we gotta make a movie. We're making a movie. We need to make money. If you want to see some of your favorite people, she may be in it. She may not be in it. But that's the only way you're going to find out. And even if Brandy is not in the movie, that's fine. I still want to go in. I mean, I'll be upset because I love me some Brandy. But I still want to see the movie because I love slasher films. I love horror. I love I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I want to see some of my legacy cast back in action. I definitely am looking forward to seeing Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt. And like I said, if Brandy's a part of it, that's great. But if there's a new way that you could tell the story and these new kids that are in here are relatively interesting, I'm definitely here to check it out. I'm not just going to thumb my nose up at something because it's people I don't know. So I definitely want to hear from you. Do y'all think that Brandy is going to be in the film? And if she is or isn't in the film, does it affect whether or not you're going to go see the movie? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.